regular county commission, the order will certify we have a quorum, consider general approval, then approve payroll.
I move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So,
We got a bulk order change order.
This is for
back an hour later, more
the
lunch.
steel piles, then about a 2-week extension.
He looked at me, real copy and said,
What did they say about the holes?
how long? I'm like,
Is Great River paying for that?
I couldn't believe he said that. What do you mean?
Jason is going to, as soon as they give him a fix, because we've got a couple of cracks just there where they put them in. As soon as Great Rivers gives him a fix that they'll approve, he's out there. He sent me a text this morning. And they have a little issue with the design of the walls for the bridge and the guardrail don't match it. So he's waiting on Great Rivers to give him a fix for that too. So we met out there with Lee and Jason, and basically Jason's pretty much done. He's waiting on Great Rivers to give him fixes for what's there, and Great Rivers is going to pay the guardrail guys for their downtime on their flaw deals. So we're hoping, fingers crossed, at the end of this 10-day extension will be on.
But as I
So
was,
Great River finally ponied up and covered it.
which I had it, and I was just crying it.
Good, they should.
A little bit of
It's their design for them.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
We better do it.
We'll see.
He moved.
All in favor?
Alright. And we had approved that change order before that was
Yeah.
went to the pipes, but Lee had never, he dropped the ball on getting the
All
paperwork.
right, bud.
Here to review the resolution for the Tourism Bureau as the destination marketing organization. This is for the Division of Tourism for the state of Missouri, and it opens us up for being able to apply for marketing grants. And this is done every few years, every 4 years, I believe it is. I dropped off a copy. Here.
No, that's my one I'm working on. There's just behind it.
Don't mess with his stuff up here.
You saw it scattered all out there,
Yeah.
James, so we all see it.
If she went in the room, you know who got the blame.
We got video proof now, though.
I may have to get video on.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Their first time here, they took it all apart individually and had it all scattered in different. I said, I wouldn't do that.
It doesn't work when you do payroll, does it? And not when you've got them straightened out.
No.
So this is it right here.
Craziness.
So, you got the paperwork on the titles, yes?
No? That was in the envelope?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not in the envelope.
Okay, so I just did this
Okay.
to do the title fees.
I gotta put the link on there.
Hey, I didn't do nothing. And this is
All
my
in favor?
copy.
All right.
Don't you just sign it?
Now, I looked at the last one, and Brent had added the other.
I got your
features.
But we put the check first.
Did that defer, or we want the one from the state?
Vote on.
The one from the state, is that the official one?
Yeah.
They came in on
It did, yeah. We had Dave call.
Look at the copy.
Isn't that the same one?
Oh, is that the
Yeah.
check that they didn't cut?
Here, you want to sign that
I
one?
need to.
You got one I can sign?
Okay, so you got the actual
We need to write the resolution.
application.
application over there, so.
Right.
Small. Yeah, he may be the
And did it
supervisor
today.
for the bridge, but he's not over this stuff.
Yeah, he shouldn't have signed it. Oh, I didn't do it. It wasn't my mistake.
There's several things
Sure is in there, and then they have a line of credits.
There, yeah, they're taking them out the road today to get bids for that.
Thank you very much for
I
your
haven't seen Ginger.
You too.
Thank you.
He doesn't show up with the
One bridge, one credit.
Yeah, is
Either
it
him up here
I thought he was coming over, Carl Boone coming over.
or just send
Did you
the-
contact him and tell him that we were doing that today?
Probably not.
So we probably need to call over, see if he can come over.
Okay.
I'll text him real quick.
Okay.
That's the other one, he was there. On the food dock.
I just figured myself, I was getting involved something, you can go on the back and sign, that's what I thought.
Let's go through everything.
And smoke. Smoking or drinking? Yeah. They really don't.
That's a good thing.
I always have people say, I really enjoy smoking. I love the taste of it. And I said, really? I've never liked the taste of it. Never enjoyed it.
Well,
I don't know.
Then people always want to know, so why did you do it? Have it. Yeah, that's a lot. And when I started smoking when I was 13.
man, I
you
seen
know?
that
Well, I
lady
wasn't
that
quite
got
13.
killed in Dixon.
But, you know, I was home with other girls
She mowing?
in class.
You should see the mower.
What did you give her?
You know, she keeps that yard.
Yeah.
That yard's immaculate.
Uh-huh.
Evidently, she was mowing right out by the edge of the road. She was going towards Dixon, because she lives right there. I was to her back, I'm
Well,
assuming.
yesterday.
Because every time I see her mow when she's by the road, she's always got her, she always faces the traffic when she mows.
Yesterday, he was being.
And I guess that guy went over all the way across the highway and hit her. That mower looked like a piece of metal about that big, crumpled. I mean, I didn't know what it was at first. I sat there for a
Was that a
while.
riding mower?
Or
No.
Push mower.
definitely have to do
No,
by the time
push
she
mower. She push mows that whole yard.
She was either gonna have to
She
do
keeps a
sports
beautiful yard.
or have a job.
She owns,
Because
how she
it was
lives.
a one or the other
The
situation.
other two buyer?
otherwise he wasn't going
I've
to-
done work 4 years ago there.
I guess we'll get to see if the charges upstairs are filed today. They weren't filed as of Friday afternoon.
I turned my home.
You know it's a fatality.
Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah, I was there, yeah. Highway patrol was everywhere.
He was telling Emmie that she had to try out for soccer. And she had
Been
said,
on
but
it
you
for
have to
Deanna?
go.
Groves.
I don't care, you don't.
Yeah.
Who?
Deanna or Deanna, something
Yeah.
like that, I'm guessing.
That's what I saw.
It was in the paper. I mean, they
Yeah,
wrote it.
yeah.
I seen
It was,
that.
I saw it on Facebook.
I've seen the patrol report on it, but when I was there, I was like, just finished the call.
And
I wasn't there when it happened, but I pulled up and the highway patrol was flying in.
She was like this. She was like,
No, good.
No, wasn't good.
But we're not.
Never seen her, but I don't know where she was.
He said, well, then she has to get a job.
Sad, I can tell you that.
You know, I'm all for them getting a job.
She was just one of them ladies that kept in the back of the yard. I mean, it was beautiful, always beautiful.
out there every morning.
Yeah.
With a little plastic bag walking. the road.
Walking the road, picking up trash, and mowing, and
Pick 'em up. You pick 'em up.
no, they got none. No, they got none.
For the necessities. Yes.
Do any of you know this Ronnie Rollins, who apparently is the person who hit her?
Okay. Alrighty.
Who?
Ronnie Rollins
For
Jr.
that, okay?
I know who he is.
I'm getting comments that he was a known drug addict. Any information on
Did you read the
him?
highway patrol report?
There's a
I should have
difference.
told you enough right there.
What did he say?
Okay, thank you.
Driving, it's not DUI, what's it called?
Under the influence.
And then
Probably
Mom can
impaired.
do yes,
Something like that, whatever they use, that term for drugs, it has that, plus the drug, plus the paraphernalia, plus, was it no
DUIs.
license? I don't think he had a license either, I don't know. Daryl,
DUIs
pull
and
it up,
drugs,
you can read it.
DWIs, and drinking.
He had he had a list of like 5 or 6 things on there that he just, and it wasn't involuntary manslaughter, it was voluntary manslaughter. They charged him.
No, that's all right, I'm already.
That will be interesting to prove. Obviously, they decided to try.
I just know she was a super nice lady and she kept a beautiful yard.
Kept, hey, she's somewhat of a.
Someone that doesn't bother nobody except
Minds her own
keep,
business.
mind your own business. Keeps her yard beautiful. Picks up trash all the time, she always does a lot of things. But you can come on up here.
Up
Come
here
on up.
to the hot seat.
There you go, Carl.
Good morning. There you go.
Good.
Fine.
Oh, you got some paperwork or something?
But there's like a little.
No?
I hadn't got word that we were purchased that.
And sometimes he tries
Oh.
to come on as
How much was it?
somebody with a lot more
450.
knowledge.
Your house.
And then I have to
That was to pay expenses for the bridge repair that came
Expensive for a bridge repair on Devil's Elbow
and I do their taxes.
until we get reimbursed.
How much was Devil's
They
Elbow?
don't have to. And he was.
We had the painting and then we hauled $100,000 worth of rock plus some
And I
other
said, he did
around the
this
pier.
And he's like, yes, and so I'm like, no, it was not right.
So,
Which I
FEMA's
tried to
gonna
do it in a
reimburse
way
$450?
that was not,
We may not use
when I
the whole
first started trying to
450.
do it.
Okay.
We took
I
out,
wasn't trying to
pay all the bills, and the bills are due.
would not let me do it.
We're still tabulating some of them.
Just come out telling he was wrong.
Up to that amount. We hope we don't have to use the full amount. but Should we have
Well,
to?
that's not what I read. I said, okay, well, I don't know what you read. I said, but what you're saying is not correct. And then he finally showed me.
Carl said until it was paid,
I
he'd
thought,
like
okay,
to have
I'm trying to do this
every
not
6 months.
right for your family, but you will not
Yeah,
allow me to do that.
I figure we do a year at a time and then you can't multi-year.
Okay.
You never know with FEMA, it can come in 3 months, it can come in 9 or 12 months.
I can't remember what it was. It was like
Coming in 7 years.
Exactly.
Right.
Hey, I'm just calling the way I've seen it. I've seen it so many times, that it's just, there's nothing guaranteed. The whole money's not even guaranteed.
But with Janet there, we don't get to
Okay.
see Janet Ross.
Now, they had a pretty project though, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
FEMA had a pretty good project.
Yes.
We were doing it under FEMA specs.
Right.
The painting and all the pier improvements that we have done under
Yeah,
FEMA specs.
and they use that CD.
So they should approve everything.
Yeah, it was inspected, so, and signed off on. Signed up.
So it doesn't cost us as much.
Because everybody just circle on sides. She she got up from here and went to over here.
No, because we got rid of it.
If they see, you know. And I told him, I said, you don't do that.
Is that using the
What's
CD?
wrong with you?
We can do that.
Huh?
Do you still have the CD? or-
Yes, you still have it.
You
Yes.
still have it?
You still have it.
And it was for.
Because the original line of credit was 300K.
Yeah, it was 300.
Okay, what it's billing me.
Yeah, we've got a line of 300, but we owe nothing on it, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Well, that line didn't get renewed.
Right,
last time.
Right.
right, okay.
Because Ashley was going,
We need a motion to make
I'm
that
like, you shouldn't be embarrassed.
450.
450.
So
County
you want
clerk's
to
office.
increase the amount of the CD to max?
No, the CD is only. Oh, the CD, okay,
The
yeah,
CD is only 300K.
yeah, that's what I thought.
So if you want to increase the
Okay, let me
CD
put
to
you
match the
through
line
to
of
the
credit,
circuit clerk's office, okay?
you need another 150K.
Yeah, can you just put the 300 there and use those? Can you do that?
He hardly worked with this paper.
Okay, let's do that.
I know.
A motion.
If I got it too
I'll
tight on
second.
my fingers,
Okay.
it's kind of
Aye.
hard now for that.
Yeah, work your numbers up on that.
All right.
That's it.
Okay.
Just let me know when you got it ready and I'll text
All right. Sounds good.
Thanks, Carl.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Correct. Where I see it.
Oh, if Gene tries to leave us, he could go down in there, and Gene tries to leave the one of the shits to see.
Can you put it back the way it was?
I'll get it.
And it's something to, she wanted to watch him. She wants to watch him replace that, so she. Because we want to do something like that. So nice.
Yeah, you do? Yeah, you got some?
It's
You have
weird
anything,
when I
Laura?
wear my dress.
No, sir, I do not.
I just-
Hey, your mural looked pretty.
In the past, it's always
That thing was
weird.
awesome.
It was really sharp. I liked it.
I'd say it probably has to do with all that collecting and packing I've done.
We did the jail remodel, can we get a chiropractor, county chiropractor on the payroll too? That's what I said, if I won that Powerball, I wouldn't have like a maid or anything, I'd have a full-time chiropractor. Yeah.
Let me know where you went.
Oh, man. My shoulders are so jacked up, not even funny.
Gene, I've got the arrest report in front of me. It is involuntary manslaughter.
It is involuntary, I thought it said voluntary.
No, involuntary manslaughter, first degree.
But
Felony possession of meth, DWI by drugs, driving while suspended or revoked, operated vehicle owned by another without proper insurance, careless imprudent driving involving a crash, unlawful possession of drug paraphernalia, and no seatbelt.
Yeah, seatbelt. Yeah,
What is the seatbelt ticket now?
$10.
Still?
I guess his least worries that it's.
I got a good friend, him and his buddy were driving.
I got one of them one time.
Driving his old truck and you couldn't even find the.
Young
I
kids
got
get them all the
picked.
time.
I was in the Corvette, had to pick up my niece and my wife in our Corvette.
Yeah.
Had to pick her, just take her home, picked her up, got pulled over, and I got charged for her not doing the seatbelt. But the ticket went to me, not
Yes, as the driver,
the driver.
because you're supposed to ensure that everyone's
I know.
welcome.
I was like, seriously? I go, she's the one, no, it was you. It was $10, but still. I was doing a favor to somebody and got charged $10.
Really, at 24,000-pound plates, you don't have to wear one?
Oh, there's something like that, but then you come into commercial vehicles too, that changes everything again.
You're in a farm truck, 24,000 more, y'all think you have to have it.
I don't
If you're in a
think so either.
commercial,
I think it's anything over 12, anything with a single plate, the way I understood it.
But if it's farm,
18,000, I guess.
So it'd be 18
is-
and
but if it's,
Yeah.
but if it's commercial, you have to, don't you?
Right.
Yeah.
I got a good friend, him and they went to work with a piece of equipment up in Iowa. That old truck got them old the lap belts
All right, I'll be right back.
down behind the city, of course. And the city policeman up there stopped them, and they each had to pay $150 fine for not having their seatbelts fastened. Whole deal up there.
They can only charge you if it came out factory with.
Yeah.
So it didn't come with
They
shoulder
stuck
belts
back behind the
factory.
seat years ago, you know?
Forgot about it.
You couldn't, you had to take the seat up to get to them, or lean the seat forward and pull them through.
Yeah.
I think the farm tags are only supposed to go, what,
100 miles.
Is it 100 miles?
You can buy them for 50 or 100 miles.
Yeah.
But from your house.
I had some buddies that went and looked at a bull up on the Iowa line, and they took the truck and had farm plates on it, and they pulled over. I said, where are you from? So we're going to look at a bull. He said, okay. I said, can you prove that? He said, yeah. Where they're going, I called the guy. He said, all right. He said, just a word to the wise. He said, from now on, he said, wherever you go anywhere, even if it's not on farm business, put you a bag of feed on the back of your truck somewhere. I said, I'm going to feed my cows. Where are they at? They're over here somewhere. He said,
Then they're lost, they're bringing them
yeah,
back.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the commission is advising the general public on how to skirt the farm vehicle laws. I have a feeling every farmer knows that anyway.
Oh, yeah. Used to, it was a pretty good savings, but anymore, I don't think it's as big a deal as what it was to just put the farm tags on.
It's not as big a deal as it used to be, but it's still.
Like on my tow trucks, my plates, I'm only allowed to travel so many miles a year
Yeah.
outside of the state.
Really?
But that may have more to do with my DOT number than it does my plates.
Well, they go back and forth, because 2 years ago, I got 24,000 pound plates, and they renewed them for 2 years on one truck. But then last year, I went and got them, and they just renew them for a year.
2 weeks from tomorrow.
I think it's got to do with the year of the truck though. Because if it's an
Because
18, you can get them for 2 years.
Because
If it's
it's,
a 19, you can get them for.
It goes on, okay, probably
Just smoke
goes
this
on.
weekend?
Because you gotta have an inspection,
Seller
what,
says
every
the
2
motorsport.
years now.
Yeah.
So if it's when you have to have an inspection, they'll probably renew them
I'll
for
be
2
there
years
for-
for you.
Yeah, so if you've
Okay.
got a 2018, you can get them for 20,
You
22,
wanna go
so far out
one-
like that. But if you get it in
The
2019,
9th, the 10th,
you
and
can
the
only get it for that
And
And
then
then,
I go to church
year. Every even year, it's got to be.
on Sunday the 24th.
okay,
Church for 200, they're inviting anybody, everybody after church
Yeah.
to come and eat with them.
Which church?
Lutheran on Z Highway.
But see, my truck has to be done every year regardless.
yeah.
Anybody wants to come and eat,
They're commercial bags.
and so they pay you for 200 meals or more, whatever shows up. Okay. All good.
Yeah.
I always
Yeah, it's been really, this Saturday, I pulled chicken out and I
take
put
up the
in
24,000
sausage and pork steaks.
You're illegal if you go over the GWR.
Put some pork steaks on
Yeah.
the lid on the other day, it was amazing.
Doesn't really do it.
We were at Friends last week
Yeah, they tend to not pay attention.
in Wisconsin and over the weekend, and their grocery store, and they were delicious. I mean, nothing big, but I've never seen it around here. They just take the pork tenderloin and just make like 2 steaks out of
Yeah,
them
that's what I do.
and put them on the grill, and
That's what I do.
they were so good. I
I
mean, we do the
marinated-
whole tenderloin, but
I make, you know, the shish kebabs I make, my granddaughter turned in and had them. I taught her how to take the pork tenderloin and cut it and make kebabs with big chunks of the pork
yeah,
tenderloin
yeah.
on it, but she marinated it in a teriyaki. Oh, they're good.
Yeah,
They're good.
and I mean, they sell them like that in the grocery store. I just
Yes.
had never seen them. I thought,
I
well,
sell them, it's too much time putting them together.
oh, the kebabs. Yeah,
Because one pack, it's got the 2 in it,
yeah.
we'll make about 20 kebabs.
Oh.
She smiled.
But Just sitting there.
Well,
Ever.
yeah, yeah.
Almost
And then
the
some
last
people like their
clean
pork
ribs.
done better than others.
The ribs take a long time to clean up.
Sorry, I didn't know you wanted to help
Yeah.
me. Oh. Poor thing. Yeah.
I didn't start vehicular homicide.
That's what I figured it would do.
That's what involuntary manslaughter is. Pretty much, yeah.
Tampering with motor vehicle is the same as stealing it.
Yeah.
You can,
The problem is proof homicide. Actual murder, you have to prove intent. If you have to prove premeditated, you have to plan to do it.
Yeah. The grass will never do the same in the yard. I think the first thing you see coming in Dixon, beautiful yard. Beautiful yard.
And you'll never go by there without
It's
remembering
always
that.
immaculate. That's what she kept it to a T. There was one blade of grass taller than the other, though. Thank God, oh yeah.
There's one spot on 44 that every time I hit 262 mile marker, we had a friend's husband killed there. You just,
Yeah.
that was 22 years ago, and I don't ever go by there that I don't think,
Yeah.
It's also stupid for people that nobody, you have to put it back, you know?
Did they give her age, girl?
Yeah, 68, was it?
yeah, let me pull it up.
What is your 63?
63 or 68?
68.
Yeah.
Deanna K. Groves. There's apparently two Ronald Rollins there. The middle name apparently is important. There's apparently two different people with the same first and last name in that area, with about the same age.
About the same age?
Right.
Huh.
Could be good.
I don't know any of these people. My comment section is blown up with people angry about so-and-so saying it's this person. No, it isn't. But it turned out there are two people with the same first and last name and different middle names, approximately the same age.
I'd say it has come to an end.
Then
Question for our county coroner, Deputy
then after
Coroner
that,
Rick
had to
Smith.
go
I don't
pick up
recognize
cheap
the name.
cases of pork, about 28.
No.
She found it cheap.
He's been in the coroner's office for
And then I picked my
3 years.
wife up to
Weird.
go to Rollins.
Okay. Is he law enforcement somewhere I don't recognize?
No, he's a retired paramedic and a
I had
PA.
this
He's a licensed
Billy
physician
tractor
assistant as
trailer they got.
well.
Okay.
Track hoe, extra wide track hoe.
Outside the gate.
This thing was covered with mud and
Like
rock.
99, where Lamb's Donuts is.
Predates me.
Oh,
Predates
Put a
me.
big old
You weren't here in 99?
spider web
Came
like
here
that.
at 11.
Just
That's what
FYI,
Called him on the
His
phone,
wife
took a
was doing
video.
it, and
his
his son
name
drives.
was Glenn.
She was, yeah, we only got the one blue truck.
His- his
His
name-
name was Glenn Rick Smith.
Okay. So what they have in state patrol report,
It's Rick, because that's what he goes up, because his son, Mayor Crocker, goes by Glenn.
Oh,
Yeah, that's how
okay,
all
okay,
that
now- okay, now-
disconnected.
okay, thank you,
Yeah.
thank you.
Called
Yeah.
Pfeiffer, and I've,
No.
you need a report made, I'll make you one up, because I called him on that. It just,
Oh, okay, okay. His son is the mayor, not the mayor's son is him. Okay, now I know, now I set the next one.
Right.
I was saying, it's gotta be really young to be retired. What was it, medical retirement? Did he get injured?
He used to work in the ER. on
she thought we got shot.
Yeah, he's a
As loud
paramedic
as
up
it
there, he
sounded in the air.
retired, in April.
I took a long off.
Okay.
This last April, he retired up
Very
there.
nice.
And my tractor
Very
was.
nice man.
And he was also a minister. So-
It was so loud that.
He's definitely an asset to the coroner's office. You know,
One of them
like
pump
that.
trucks.
Some people would
One of
grieve
them
for
pump
things
trucks
like
that Rollins
that.
was working on 17 years, and it's coming
And he
through the
comes down a lot
bottom.
of times.
Something
Have
breaks,
something
I see that
that's
coming,
questionable
moved
for
like
the-
that. We
Must be
hit
odd
it, it's
up to
like
your
fun going
mind.
off.
With him being a PA, he can kind of come down and go over the
Powders
records.
and
First, yeah.
glass on the
Yeah.
wheels all over the dash.
Sometimes I'll make a determination based that way without having to, before the autopsy.
Full of glass.
That's something I need to get used to, the whole idea of having lay coroners. And I fully understand he's
like slow motion.
formally, I'm not trying to imply that you don't get training. But I'm used to the term coroner being synonymous with
It's like
medical
that
medical
piece of
examiner.
pipe come off that
And
flatbed
things like that,
into
you
the
mentioned the benefit of having a
I
PA
can remember
here.
the
Yeah, of course, it'd be totally,
here coming toward the
that
truck.
makes tremendous sense, but that's something I just never even thought
doors and let them
the
go
deputy
into the
coroner might have a level of training that would be
We, had one fall
needed
off.
for some of these specialty things.
That's true.
I generally think of the deputy coroners as people who
And the guy followed
were
us buckle.
less trained or apprenticing, but in this case, he's coming in, essentially working, I
Need
assume,
to get a fixture.
if not volunteering for your office, very minimal
And
pay.
he was traveling for work.
Yeah.
So
My
I did
deputy wanted to see $500.
I said, well, and get Springfield.
$500?
Let me, no.
I require them to work one weekend a month and one
Well, I
week a
called
year.
Scotty Webster in Richland, because he usually.
And working
picks
meeting
up
on call.
windshields.
What's that?
Working meeting on
He's-
call,
yeah,
not
yeah,
physically in the office.
On call.
Okay.
He said,
Okay,
well, you
kind of hard to
focus on
schedule
one of
it
the
down.
ones that's got all that stuff. in the
Which for a
windshield.
third class
Well, if
county.
it's got the sensor in it,
Yeah.
for the windshield
Yeah.
wiper,
Coroner's
it
office
goes up.
is
Well,
pretty,
it was, of course.
you know,
So he
high
got
up. I mean,
Springfield.
it may not, we
Our
don't have a
deductible
medical
on the windshield
examiner,
was
you know,
$500
but,
bucks.
yeah, I mean, we've
It
got
was
a lot of things in place
$484 and
that
some
really
cents to
buff
put the
up
windshield
just,
in.
oh yeah, you know,
Right,
I'm the
just
local
pay it out of
coroner.
your pocket.
Yeah, that's what I
That
said.
was one thing I did when I
But
ran
he
to, I
had
promised the county
insurance,
I'd
that
take you
his
professionals
company
in the
had
office.
insurance.
So,
And he
when I
told
called
me
in my team, we're
I'm
actually
sorry, he
pretty
said, I
good
should
with
never
things, you know, I've
said
got
anything,
the
said anything to
big
him, I
fee.
should have just called in
There are
myself.
things about,
He
but
Free
said-
replacement.
Yeah,
he
he
had over
had
30
free
years of
replacement on his.
investigative
Yep.
experience.
I said, I'd have
He's
paid
got a
him.
lot
He
of
doesn't have
Richard's got, I didn't have it on
$140.
mine, but
On the
Richard had
investigative
it.
side
I
of
didn't know they had a
things,
free
he's
replacement.
really, really
He
valuable
was
asset
called
for
up, they put a
that.
new windshield in. I go,
And
really?
he is
That's a lot.
experienced as a
Switching
coroner,
mine to
you know,
that.
so he's got experience
I'm
with
building
that.
my van now.
And he
I've
was
got-
really the first
Will
one.
they let you on your van since it's a work vehicle? Ours won't let us.
Oh, no, I didn't drive
Previous
yet.
coroners had
Oh, since it's the work vehicle, they won't do it?
Mhm.
avenues to get supplies or, you know, whatever,
Most
so
of the ambulance kind
I heard that over the
filtered through
weekend.
with all that, you know.
you've taken it to the next level, which is what every.
And I'm
official should
trying to
do.
take it up even
Yeah.
more from there, you know,
Yeah.
effectuate great
Every year.
cooperation with that.
I
I
know.
probably need to sit down with you two at some point, explain to you what I want to do, what we are doing, and why we're doing it.
That would be a good idea. I was being asked some questions by the conversation was not intended to the public, so I'm not going to identify the person. But this was the person saying, why are you reporting on this? Well, I have. It's brought this to commission, brought this to commission, brought this to commission, this commission. And the person's response is, oh, I guess I missed it. Well, it's been one item in many. There's reasons I pulled the sheriff's issue with dispatchers out in a separate article. That's significantly more serious than the area of the county commission by block. What you're doing is important and deserves its own attention.
So anyway.
Just let me know when and where, and I'll be happy to visit with you.
'Cause I think that's.
You guys don't have any problem if I meet with them and explain to them what I want to do back in the jail and why I do. Okay. But like I was saying, though, I've got some age with over 30 years of investigative experience. I've got Rick, who's been a paramedic and just retired as that. And he's also, like I said, a PA. So that's valuable. I've got 18 years of fire EMS, and I am a certified medical legal death investigator. I went to the school and got that certification. You know, I really think we've got a pretty strong team here when it comes to stuff.
Hey, you ain't the one that's.
And that's going to move forward into the other things that I want to do, and why I want to do them. And then pull us away from, I want to always be able to do what I want to do.
I got one
on the
saying
outside.
We're back to way before, where he takes his time off. It's not paid. It's not
What's this
paid,
about
right?
COVID issues?
County
Isn't that
clerk's
right?
office.
Yeah, I got a guy calling this morning positive COVID.
Actually, I told team them 2 weeks quarantine whole team for 2 weeks.
No, they're not recommending any of that anymore. It's,
Yeah.
No, when my wife had it and boy had it, they were 14 days, they told me I had 21.
That's what they just told someone else. The
I
health
told her, I
department
go,
just told
excuse
them
me,
that.
I don't have it. Well, you can still get it between now and then, so you're 21 days in quarantine.
We.
And I got out 2 days
We
before
do that
deer
on
season last
I
year. I can tell you right now, I'm in the deer, and they have COVID.
That's what the health department told me.
If you can find an island in the Gascony River.
You're talking about
That
your.
was the worst 21 days of my
Right.
I
life.
was one on
You
one
try to
the
stay
other
at home
night,
for 21 days, that's hard.
or the other day.
20,100.
Stick all the COVID cases in the
cows
island of the
or something
Gascony.
on the farm.
Alright.
Well, if you get quarantined again, you can go out to my cows.
I will, I'll go out and feed them, I don't care. They give me something to do.
Yeah.
We did not. What,
So
what's
for
the?
some A&D too, move around, it wouldn't bother me one bit. At least
Daryl,
I'm
can we
out.
expect any reporting
I can't
from you
handle it.
about the
There's
status
nothing
of
on
the
during
Pulaski
day
County
on
Growth
TV. You can
Alliance?
only watch
I've brought it up multiple times, at least 4 times. That's come up.
Oh, you're into
That's
I mean,
come
like
up-
a separate article.
Oh, I understand what you're saying. Yeah,
judges, judges or.
it's come up a number of times in Waynesville. Are you, so, oh, I see what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm just backing up so that you two can like.
Okay.
It's all stupid.
Well, I guess I hadn't even thought of that. Thank you, Sue, for being polite. It probably deserves some more attention.
What they did wrong at every show.
One of the issues I run into is that you're going to find my name as one of the donors. And it's gotta be done. If they get, at this point, they're still trying to find a way to keep it alive. But if they end up,
Take that one and evidently.
Well, it's beef clock and little bitty baby backs.
if they do what's probably going to end up happening, and if they don't get any last minute rescue situations, yes, I'm gonna have to deal with it. Anytime that me or my family are contributors to the organization, I'm sure you understand there's an obvious conflict of interest issue. And that's part of why I have not been emphasizing it.
Okay.
If they end up completely shutting down, or if they end up going into maintenance mode, which looks like the most likely thing they're doing, the city of St. Robert, as you may be aware, is offering them free office space. There's several other things they
I've
may
got
be
entry
doing that
forms.
will keep them alive, just not
Also
a
now.
full-time
Okay.
person.
Good.
Good.
Do you have like
I
a
got it.
mutual
I
aid
gotta print 'em
agreement
out.
with the
Put it down
Dixon
23rd.
Pilot, where maybe the Dixon
23rd
Pilot can start reporting on this? Because it's taxpayer dollars, it's important.
Right, understand.
So 22nd.
I have freelancers that would call in. They would not be the Dixon pilot, but I have freelancers that would call in.
I need
Uh,
that.
the-
Just
the-
put
the
one in
issue-
while you're cooking
all
Right. The issue is up until now, everything that's been phrased to me is that if we don't get a funding source, this is going to happen, as opposed to this is happening. St. Robert has come up with significant resources. There's a couple of other possibilities they're looking at.
The best part
This
goes right by the
may
fire
end
and
up being a
smoke
close
alarm
call,
are
but not
offset.
actually any serious
Yeah,
damage.
This one goes right by the
We'll
fire.
see.
It speeds up the
They might be
process.
able to get more assistance if the public knew what was going on.
It took me.
Possibly, but you're dealing with major donor
Took me one
issues. The
times.
people who are needed to keep that alive are people who are able to write $10, $20, $30,000 checks. Those people all
When you're
know.
cooking 40
They've had the
racks per inch
contacts,
plus
and many of the people who a few
6 or
years
8
ago would have
pork
written
breasts
those
and
checks, their businesses are not in a
100
position to write those checks.
Right, but there's taxpayer dollars going into it too. The city of Waynesville contributes to it, Pulaski County
True.
Tourism Bureau contributes to it, so there's
Trying to get all that
taxpayer dollars
timed
involved.
out.
And that's why I reported on it when it came to Waynesville. St. Robert chose to deal with this in closed session as contracts, which is legal, but Waynesville did exactly the same thing in open
You can get it out
session.
there.
That's an example of discretion on how you apply something,
I
and
did a
I'm
load-
glad
I did
Waynesville
wood.
went public with it.
Saturday, I got a load of wood.
I need sponsorship, if you guys know anybody might want to sponsor, sponsorship.
I told you, you got mine, right?
I was kind of hurting,
Yeah, I'll get you a form, but
but that's when I noticed my hand was hurting.
Cooked off that guy.
I was like,
Yeah, I had a guy,
I'm sorry.
Shrine Club with that.
the guy goes, I'll get you some hickory
My
wood.
nose was a little.
He goes, I'll
stuck,
split it for you.
But I was outside.
He called me, he goes, I got it ready for you, it's on the back of my truck. Well, I get there and there's a big pile on the back of the truck. I brought my
Now you
trailer.
gotta stack it.
I'm like, yeah, I had to unload it, load it on the trailer. I didn't have to cut it or split it.
There you go. I put on there that email for MRPC. Are you guys
Yeah, we were
going?
just talking.
Very
Okay.
nice made.
Okay, okay.
A little bit less.
I think I might go just for information. So, but I know Dave got the email and I know you were on it, but I didn't know if you guys, it was a printed copy, so that's why I threw it on.
Yeah, we got it.
If you need more, holler.
Okay.
I can print off another one, or you can make copies.
10 o'clock Wednesday.
Yeah.
He was with me because I.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I ended up picking up a load of wood.
Um,
Not only he split it all down the
receipts to
wedges.
review.
Yeah.
I was like,
We were
well,
good with
it
the
was all hickory.
balance sheet on
Now in
Friday.
front of my trailer.
20th. Okay, all right.
Yes.
The 20th.
Yeah.
I told him I cooked him some food. You know.
That's why I'm asking, because I've been,
Dave Smith.
Yeah.
No, I gave you the 10th and
Oh,
the
yeah.
17th.
I got breakfast with him.
20th is Monday.
Right.
Yeah, the 10th. Yeah, the 10th. Should
Yeah.
it have been the 17th?
Well, it
Yes, it is.
probably, but
Yeah. I don't know why I did the 16th. I just, lately, my mind goes to,
Laura,
Yes, sir.
you may be aware, this is what's underlying the city of Waynesville hiring its own
Yeah,
economic
so we're
development
good with that.
director.
I don't know where that
The
was.
result that may end up being that much of the Pulaski Growth Alliance's
so we're
work
good
may
there.
end up
Okay.
getting taken over by
All
the
right.
city of Waynesville.
There's no extra
That's
money,
one of the
so-
reasons this was being done in open session in Waynesville,
Thank you,
whereas
ma'am.
St. Robert chose to deal with it in closed session. Could they have done it in closed session in Waynesville? Yeah, probably. But to justify this additional hire they're making, they made the decision to notify the public what it is they're doing. And the result may end up being that Waynesville will have a full-time economic development director, and the county will have a part-time person who's an intern while working on his master's degree in public policy, or whatever other degree he's dealing with at that level. If we end up with the rest of the county outside Waynesville, St. Robert being served by a part-time person,
St. Robert's got the office space.
That might not be a bad solution.
St. Robert's got that with all of us. Dave's still gonna be on it. Waynesville's gonna be on it. They're all still gonna do it like before, but they don't have a director that they had. Because there's so money to pay.
Always thought the county needed one.
Well, we have, it's all grouped
Yeah,
together.
it all needs to go together.
I always thought the county needed that.
Isn't the city of Waynesville's economic development position temporary position? Whenever I read the job listing, I thought it was temporary.
The job description is temporary, that's not what's being talked about. The sense is temporary if it works, make it permanent.
That's what they
But yes,
decided.
that's the
You have to
official,
talk
the
to
official
Dave.
statement is temporary,
Dave
but
is
the
our
reason behind that is they
temporary.
typically do that at Waynesville. Anytime they add a position, they typically see if it's something they want to make permanent before they actually make it permanent.
Have they
So-
hired someone?
Not officially.
Okay.
No. Yep. I know we gave ours away last week, I think, but
Yeah. With the.
Marlon took
But
ours.
Dave is our representative on that.
When are those meetings held?
The representatives on that is Waynesville, St. Robert, county, school.
do you know when those meetings are?
No, I don't. All the phones down are transferred to an office in St. Robert. You can talk to Anita, she would know. And who else on that board?
Should be somebody from Sustainable Ozarks.
Yes, yeah.
I think Laura from the Bank of Newburgh was on it for a while.
Yes, Sustainable Ozarks is on it, I believe, and there was one other.
Rick Morris was on it there for a while.
It was tourism had a representative. I know there's a representative from everybody on it. County, St. Robert, Waynesville, tourism, SOP. And Carol Carson was on it too. One that holds up everything. Oh, you can keep it. You can have that.
Just need one for you. Before my memory fades.
So, I put you in line.
is right now.
Keyboard's awful noisy.
I learned to type on a manual.
You know how you can tell it's not me typing back there? Because you just hear it.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Well, when you learned to type on an Underwood and you had to press hard or you got a light impression, you know what I'm talking about, Charles?
Yeah.
Is there anybody else in this room who ever learned to type on an Underwood?
I know what a typewriter is, I don't know what an Underwood is.
Underwood is a particular model of manual typewriter.
Which about everyone had back then. Gene Elkins in the bank there at Dixon could take those 2 fingers and type as fast as most people could use them.
Yeah.
All the time. I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, my mother insisted I had to learn to type on an Underwood, not a Selectric. The difference back then was the Selectrics were electric typewriters and you had the ability to press a button and have autocorrect. My mother said, when you make a mistake, it has to be hard. I want you to either put in the whiteout or put in the chalk correction tape. Otherwise, you're never going to learn to type correctly. Hey, it works. But if you ask why I make a lot of noise on the keyboard, that's why.
We do our lettuce like that. Showing how the boxes turn in. Barbecue stuff.
What they do is they take with scissors,
Yeah.
make it pretty little green. It's all a part of the appearance.
Step out for a minute. Never can tell, I'm not leaving though, I'll be back.
Yeah.
The Chamber of Commerce wasn't giving the Growth Alliance free office space?
Do what?
The Chamber of Commerce wasn't giving the Pulaski County Growth Alliance free office space? Because you said that it's all moved up to St. Robert now, and that St. Robert's giving them free office space.
Presumably the Tourism Bureau. The Tourism Bureau owns the building, as far as I know.
Yeah, but the Tourism
No,
Bureau
not.
rents the,
So it'd be a mixture of subletting.
there's more to it than that. There's, the IDA, the industrial development, and the tourism now are joining pretty much.
What did he say to make the checks?
Yeah. It's pretty much the same thing when you really get involved in
I
nuts and
don't-
bolts and
I don't
everything.
remember
It's
him
the
saying,
same,
hold it.
you're running 2 different
There was
things doing the same
two
thing.
tenants Of Charlie's, and
Problem
one of them
was-
was the Rock, and the other one was yeah.
They just didn't have the money to
But
pay
I
a
don't remember
director
him saying, hold anything on that.
unless all the cities ponied up a bunch more money. But
I don't know.
so now the Tourism Bureau dollars are gonna pay a director?
no, they have nothing to do with it. No. They don't have a director.
Okay.
St. Robert just stepped up and said, look, we'll man the phone right now until they get everything back in order.
Because I know the Tourism Bureau rents that office space down there in the chamber for like $300 a year.
It wasn't much. Yeah.
So you would think that they would continue to allow the,
Say I had to have somebody man the phone.
No, I don't remember him, because I asked him, I said, so if
Maybe that was something.
okay,
It was easier to
Yeah, there
move the
was a
phone
couple of
over to
bills
one of the
that
cities
was
to
held
okay.
handle it.
The Great River and the building tax.
Yeah.
Those were.
They
held.
can't handle
But
it here.
whenever we
Had
put this
more
loan, I
today.
asked him, so if they go ahead and get
Hire
the loan.
somebody. There's not money there for them to hire
Pay
somebody.
those bills, and he said yes.
And it wasn't something the tourism bureau could handle for a while?
Give Dave the answer.
I'm just curious because of the tax dollars that go to it.
Yeah, and they just, well, everybody put money in it. That's the thing. And then when they had the license bureau, it helped fund it.
Am I right?
But then
Right.
it got a little different from there.
Yeah, certainly sounds that way.
No,
Yeah.
split that way.
Wait. Yeah.
Whatever you say.
Yeah, that was,
Yeah, you
that was my
One day,
understanding.
That scares me though.
It should.
Yeah, exactly. Hello, Daniel.
How you guys?
Good, how are
Let's
you?
get off the phone. Good ways.
Hey, you should,
Okay. You know which one?
It's supposed to be Butler and it's spelled Walter. It's L and T's backwards. It's down HH, you hang left. The one off of HH is spelled correctly, but when you get down to the next intersection.
T's, yeah.
That's the
Go
other.
ahead and pay them.
Yeah, just want
I tell Kylie she's dyslexic.
L and D are backwards.
It's okay.
I
I won't pick them until they,
where was you at in my home with this one?
I don't know about you, but I can
Did you?
prove.
For your smoker?
It was tough.
I hope 9 loads.
It reminded me when I was a kid.
Yep.
It reminded me as a kid that the only problem
This is just
was,
moving it a little
hey,
bit.
this was already split and stacked up on the truck. I just moved the truck to the trailer. Then I had to stack it.
Yeah.
And it was already split.
Really? I ain't split mine yet.
I go, what do you know? And he goes, don't worry about it. I got a whole load of him.
Publicized it far and wide.
It filled up the whole front of my
Yeah.
trailer, I filled up the burner, and I filled up, and I still got a ton on my trailer. I got enough to last me a long time.
I got about 2
Trying
thirds
not to
done
move on
this
how many
week.
more than I have to.
It reminded me as a kid when I cut my firewood. I didn't have to split it or cut it, all I did was move it off one truck to a trailer and then onto my trailer.
I was split.
Just what I'm.
Oh, I was a splitter too, a hauler and a splitter. I remember sitting outside with that big old maul,
Yes.
and then
A lot warmer too.
then the wedge, when something got stuck, you put a wedge in there and beat it out. Some of that would be so twisted, it didn't work right.
Splits on that green wood.
Thank you.
Yeah, or you'd hit it, or just put a dent in it, and then the one time you'd hit it, it was twisted that you find that little crack in the wood if you hit it.
Whenever it gets really bad, I put it on there, and whenever
Then we
it
got the
starts
ones in
reaching
the back of the tractor. and I was
actually,
until it would get hung
I still
up.
ain't got one.
Until it got hung up on that, and then it was another pain again. You got it hung up on the hydraulic splitter.
it's usually.
And then I'm banging it against the splitter on it to try to get it the rest of the way through. Then I would back up and put another piece of wood on there. I figured, hey, I'll just back it up and get me. I cut a short piece of wood that I could always get on it. I'd put it on there and push it through, and then it would split. Once I put it, took me like a month to figure that out.
Some of the stuff I
Dad
do
goes,
with
why
like,
don't you get a little short piece and put on there and use that as a push.
cause I had a little red
Duh.
spot show up and.
I said, why don't you make me one that's got like a star looking thing that's got blades like that? That way when I put it on, it splits it in 4 pieces.
And I said
You've
that
seen
for
one
a
of those,
reason.
they've got
They said,
splits
you
on
do
He made
realize
it,
that's
yeah,
a
yeah,
mile
that made it, so it's, they got some that splits up like 8 or 12 pieces if you want smaller
One
ones.
time, one time.
Yep, they put it on there and just,
Since they told me that.
so he
that's
made
been
me
a
one
couple
that
years ago,
split it to
but
4s.
In the last year.
But it was just for a fireplace,
I've
something
gotten
right here.
way more sensitive to those things.
Yeah, he took a
So
handle,
they have to watch the kind of.
He had taken
tape that they're
them,
using to
and then he had
oncology
welded,
anything now.
cut other end, and weld it,
Start to
and
put one on,
sharpen
they
it,
pause,
cut
and they will.
it. There is the splitter. So
Is that?
They worked out
Yes.
great.
Either one of them, because they're both new.
Yeah.
Then
Oh,
they
well,
go ahead
so-
and get
Hey, ladies, this morning.
I guess we'll split it.
But they usually switch it over to the lighter
Yeah, I see them with the
stuff.
racing 12s.
But I
See,
get
what do you
just
think?
pulled it out, and that one day I forgot to take the bandage off, where they.
Chris Heitman is stating, with regard to Brandon Wiesman, please note he was in Pulaski County custody. We picked him up for our court case in Pulaski County on a writ. He was sentenced and returned back to Pulaski County on 8/31 for their charges, which is common and proper practice.
It was bright red and stayed that.
In other words, Pulaski County released him, not Mary's.
Kind of stung.
The question is why he didn't go to state pen.
Right.
It was all kinds
He
of
was
irritating.
sentenced.
And just.
I couldn't figure that part out. I was reading that.
I talked to Kevin Hillman, he doesn't know the answer either.
Because the judge did sentence him,
Yeah, and the judge was clearly unhappy.
and he never went.
Yeah, nobody can figure out why.
And I had to take it.
Kevin doesn't know. Apparently, the Marys County Sheriff says it's Pulaski County's
Go
issue.
over that to get off any residue that.
Well, I remember releasing some over here one time. They had a new person over there that didn't go over to see if he was wanted anywhere else, and he released the guy, and he did. And they had to go find him again.
Okay.
They did go find him, I'll bring him back.
Daryl's one of these deals.
Yeah,
It happens. Unfortunately, we all know mistakes happen. They don't usually result in murders.
yeah.
I saw a picture of a female yesterday
Yeah.
on Facebook that was,
Yeah, it's off of the MM Highway stabbing.
yeah.
They're looking for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least as of Friday afternoon, no charges filed, but obviously a suspect.
They have her troll kids too. So if we all get killed, we can go to his house and work out.
We can take turns. Sure, Charlie's
We'll
got
go to
some.
Charlie's and work Charlie's.
I got some work too, by the way.
We worked some this week.
But hey, it's better than sitting at home.
I was also trying to do it this week, and my helper wound up over the weekend in the hospital with kidney stones.
Yeah, that's a good time.
I just bought one, Gene, that's bigger than what I need, so I may have some meat to sell you.
What's that?
Cow.
See, I don't like the big ones. I like the 800-900 pounders, the ones I like.
That's where this one's at.
That's the perfect size for me.
But
I
that's,
just always seem to get good cuts of meat off of those.
More
When I
meat
get
than I'll
the great
eat.
big ones, it's just,
so,
When are you doing the burn ends again?
oh, a couple more weeks. I just picked up a case of brisket Wednesday.
Let me know.
Wednesday I picked up a case of brisket. Thursday I picked up 2 cases of pork, 160 pounds.
you have to come out to Trine Club on October 23rd, we're doing barbecue.
Yeah, there'll be a bunch of brisket there on the 23rd. There'll be a
Right.
whole bunch of brisket.
What time are you guys running that?
I think judging starts at 10.
Usually by noon, 1 o'clock, all the meat's down there.
Yeah. So we'll be selling plates of food then.
Perfect.
This is for our local competition here. It's not the KCBS. We
It's
do
like a
that in the
backyard
spring.
Girls always
competition.
talk
Yeah.
about,
We use it for a fundraiser for Shrine Club.
But I'll tell you-
The money we make goes to our transportation fund, which helps the families.
Every
back
year
and
some
forth
pro
to their
teams
appointments.
show up for it.
Okay.
needed someplace to
They
live,
do.
that John and I were the one.
Up Sauce Creek used to show up down there, and there was another pro team who used to show
And I
up.
just.
I think Getting Basted's coming this year.
Is he? No way.
We're like, what do you
Think
think's
so.
gonna happen?
There must not be nothing going on that weekend.
And why not?
Well,
You
there
get
is.
him there, I'm right now, I might as well keep my trailer at home.
I ain't scared of him.
Yeah, I can tell you right now, he's the #1 brisket man in the nation 2 years in a row. He's actually the #1 team in the nation. He's gonna get it again this year.
That's just because I don't have time to travel, Gene.
Yeah.
That's
Don't get me
October
wrong, I can make
23rd
I can make some killer
at the Shrine
brisket
Club.
and killer barbecue, but this guy is an absolute magician with it.
Mhm, He's good.
Oh, man, I'm gonna tell you right now, Brad Blenigan's his name. He's good, and usually if he comes, normally if he comes, then you're gonna get shake and bake out of, north of Washington, or, yeah, well,
I guess there's supposed to be something going on, we're talking about canceling it, and if they do cancel it, then he said he'd come hang out with us.
Yeah, they'll come down. We may get a bunch of them. It'll be fun. I'll cook right along with them, I don't care. You know, I've cooked against them before.
I'm still looking.
Anytime I get a call, like one year I got 3 calls against them. There was 8 of them here, and I got 3 calls. I had 2/3 in the second, and I beat 5 of them in total points. I was thrilled to death.
Yeah.
I thought I accomplished something.
But that's why I said I would never
Anytime you can beat some of them guys that tour,
between
to me, it's just beating some of them is my pride.
Jay's dad, he's got a whole lot of his dad.
Oh,
Because they do it every weekend. Every
I wouldn't
weekend they
even put
travel.
that in.
I don't know how they can afford it, but they do. They're using
well,
Wagyu
if
brisket.
they win,
Yeah, but they got sponsors. They're using Wagyu brisket. They're using the premium pork,
oh yeah,
premium chicken.
But,
They get it,
they don't buy their meat at Price
I
Cutters.
wouldn't want that.
no.
Sure.
No, I know of 2 places, one of them St. Louis, or Kansas City. Fergie owns it, the one from Figueroa's Barbecue, he owns it up there. He carries all the Wagyu, Snake River, he carries all Snake River Farms product, and he carries a lot of premium Smithfield product. So he gets the premium.
You ever seen Smithfield's plant?
I don't know,
Mhm.
but she does.
I can tell you right now, though, all these
There's no
pork producers,
compromise, nothing.
they're getting,
No, I don't want it.
have you gotten ribs at some pork butts lately?
I don't care
I
for
looked at them, the ribs has got an excessive amount of flap. There's even now, you know, the flap, there's a big flap that goes down the rib for weight.
He said that.
It's just something that they're usually probably grind up for sausage, but they're leaving it on there and getting that 292 a pound on the ribs. And then the pork butt, some of the pork butts I got lately, when you break them open, they just roll out like a mat. And I'm like, they're just chopped up bad.
She's like,
It's like,
no, it really
really?
wouldn't. And he
Yeah.
just kept
I
arguing.
mean, these are well-known companies
Wasn't
too.
even arguing, just telling her flat out no.
I don't care for rib smuts either. People like us gotta stick together.
I can't hardly eat them. I've got a bridge in
Say
the front
no
here.
and veto it without
You
any
should
discussion.
Ribs.
Nothing.
You can eat them if they fall off the bone, but
Yeah,
the
but not many
KCBS type
people
work.
that cook them like that anymore.
That's why I cook them like that on the
Best
weekend.
fall off the bone there.
See, that's how I cook them on the
You
weekend.
don't ever win anything because they want them to have the.
You gotta be able to take a
smoke
bite out of it.
ring, yeah,
You gotta take a bite out of the center and everything stay on the meat. But on
Yeah.
the weekends when I sell it,
But
I
you can
sell
pull
it
his
falling
bone,
off the
you just
bone.
come-
Right out.
Yeah.
Joey Kirkman cooks
No,
ribs
he
in
does,
there.
too. You can pick the bone up and shake it. and
Yeah.
it fall off.
see, that's the way I do it on the weekends, because that's what people want.
Yep.
Yeah.
But when I go to contests, I gotta revert back to my other way of doing ribs and doing competition style. I do them competition style this way, but basically you're overcooking them by about 15, 20 minutes. But you can take a bone and pull them right out of them. That's what I do on the weekend.
He'll
Dave,
pretty
actually,
good
the
cook.
first one, makes them when they've got those colors.
They're supposed to have, but that's not, 98% of the people don't want them that way. People want them falling off the bone. That's the way I make them
Kinda
on
like
the
eating
weekend.
chicken wings.
What's
It's
the
a lot of
difference
work,
in
a
color?
little bit of
You just cook them long.
Yeah.
give them fall
The
off.
payoff's
There's a
slow.
7-minute window to hit a perfect rib.
And I cook
It's
wings every
KCBS.
Monday night.
7-minute window.
Oh, you cook wings for the club, don't you?
All the meat's got a 7-minute window. That's why it's,
Every Monday evening.
and then, like, on the weekends that I cook the way that people